and things that I have gone through that has helped me and has also helped others, and I want to make sure that we are all supporting each other. And if it was wrong, they find another way to justify why they did it, and they will do it in a way to manipulate you to side with them. Today, what I need you to do is focus on how I can validate my own damn self without me feeling like I need to find someone else to do that validation for me. That's what, yes, champion, when I say love yourself again, you may have never even explored it.
It's very, very, very powerful, is that there is no love without forgiveness, and there is no forgiveness without love. You need to understand specifically.
Hey champs out there, this is your girl Adyashere with UnMutingMe Transformational Coaching. I'm here today to give you guys some information on 5 things that you can do if you've been rejected. So this video is for someone, or maybe you know someone that has been rejected. Maybe you have connected with someone that you liked, or maybe you thought that you guys had the same understanding of where things were going in you guys' relationship, or maybe it was someone you met, went on a few dates, and then you realize that you wanted to pursue that person, and then that person didn't want to be pursued with, left you kind of like rejected. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. And the reason why I'm saying this, because this came to my message on Facebook. I think it was either one of the, I think it was Facebook, and it was about someone actually liking someone, and that person actually liked them too. But at the end of the day, they weren't together because the other party didn't want to be in a relationship. And sometimes that can kind of leave you a little bit disturbed or a little bit confused. But I'm giving you 5 tips on what to do for those who have been rejected. So I'm going to get right into it. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe and share this video with someone. And make sure you hit that notification button, because you want to make sure you're getting all the latest tips and advice from me. And this is free coaching for me. You guys know I'm a transformational coach, and I love sharing tips and giving advice and giving free advice and free coaching for those who actually need it. So let's get right into it. About 5 things you should know about should you be rejected, or maybe you've been rejected before, and it just kind of puts you out of your element a little bit. So the first thing I will definitely say is, when you are trying to pursue someone, the first thing when you've been rejected, what I want you to come to terms with is seeing, did I really want to be with this person, or did I like the idea of being with this person? So those are 2 different scenarios, meaning that I actually did want to be with this person, or the other scenario is that I actually like the idea of being with this person because I just like what that person had to offer. That doesn't necessarily mean that you actually wanted to be with this person. You just like the idea of being with someone. And that's different, because when I say sit in it and think about it, because sometimes we can be in a moment and like being around someone because we don't want to be alone, or maybe you're at this part of your life to where you actually want to be in a relationship, and maybe this person has shown you a lot of things, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you actually needed to be with that person, or that person may not have even been a good fit for you. So you want to make sure that you come to terms and seeing what was really true at the very beginning. Did I like the idea of being with this person, or did I actually enjoy and want to be with this person? Those are 2 different things I want you to differentiate, because sometimes when we are showered with all of this goodness, at the beginning phase of us being with someone, we like the idea, we love it, it feels great, but sometimes we can get that confused with us actually not wanting to be alone, or we could be in a part of our lives to where we want to be in a relationship with someone, and it doesn't necessarily matter who it is. So those are 2 different things I want you to start differentiating. And then number 2 is, obviously, if you've been rejected, is stay calm. Please, champions, stay calm. When you get this information back, when you get this receipt back from this person saying that, for an example, I think you are a great person, but I'm just not in this point in my life to where I want to be with someone or want to be in a relationship. Stay calm. Please stay calm, because sometimes we can go into a panic stage and, maybe start to lower our own standard. And when I mention stay calm, is staying calm, but do not minimize your own self-worth. Stay calm. Do not minimize your self-worth. And that's going to go into number 3. So number 3 is don't question. Don't question the why. Sometimes we can get into a situation to where when the person is saying that they don't want to be in a relationship with us, we tend to do a lot of asking. We start to ask a lot, way more, way more. One thing I would say is that we have to respect that person's boundaries, and that person's no is a no. And we don't have to try to figure out, well, this person did this and they did that and did that. Whatever they tell you, go with that. Go with that. You don't even have to question it, because even if that person has shown you something different, maybe you've been hanging out with this person, spending a lot of time with this person, and you thought that this was going to go in the direction that you thought it was going to be in a relationship, and then that person tells you that they didn't want to be in a relationship. That's already a sign that's already going to lead into some type of confusion. So you don't have to question the why behind it. It could be some things that they are dealing with that has nothing to do with you. And sometimes it's better to not be in the know. So then you can put your attention and focus on something else that's more important. If you're at a point in your life right now to where you are wanting to settle down and to be in a relationship, you don't want to start questioning this person that just rejected you when they've shown you all the signs that they wanted to, but then they told you no. Keep in mind that may not have anything to do with you. That may be that person's uncertainty and where they're at with their life. So that's something that you want to make sure that you are keeping in mind. And number 4 is don't be thirsty. Okay? Ironically, I'm drinking water, right? Don't be thirsty. When I mention don't be thirsty, is don't try to pursue this person to your detriment. Do not try to pursue this person to your detriment, meaning that by all means necessary, you're going to try to get this person when they've been completely honest with you and told you they didn't want to be in a relationship with you. Don't be thirsty. The reason why is that's going to put that person way off, and it's going to also say more about what your values and your worth is about yourself, is that you're continuously pursuing someone that is rejecting you. Says a lot about you don't want to get in this desperate state to be with this person that doesn't want to be with you. You don't ever want to do that. Do not be thirsty. If that person says no, leave it as that. Just like my other ones is that don't question the why. Same thing. Don't try to pursue this person or try to find other ways to get this person, because what's going to really happen is that should you invite this person in your life, or this person may somehow magically appear off what you're doing to seduce them to be in a relationship with you, it's more short term. It's more short term because that person has already made it clear that they didn't want to be in a relationship with you at the very beginning, before you even went on your tangent to try to pursue this person by all means necessary. Do not do that, champion. Know your worth, know your values, know their boundaries, and respect yourself. Okay? That's something I want you just to keep in mind, is that please do not disrespect yourself in this process. Do not disrespect yourself in this process. This is a learning process for you. I do understand it can be very hurtful. It can be confusing. You may want to be with this person and this person didn't want to be with you. But please don't compromise your respect because someone doesn't want to be with you. Please. Out of love, I'm telling you this because I've been there. I understand it. And you just don't want to disrespect yourself in a way to where what happens is sometimes is that you could get this person locked up or caught up in this relationship with you, and you may be very unhappy with this person because this person's just going with it. Or maybe it could have been something that was tempting for that person to get in a relationship with you, and on down the line, that person may not still want to be with you, and you're going to see it. Or you may realize down the line that you didn't want to be with this person. Don't compromise your respect from the very beginning. If it's transparent that this person is saying no, then leave it as that. And then another one that I wanted to make sure that I embrace and just tell you guys straight out is that come to embrace the rejection. Come to embrace the rejection. What that means is that when you come to embrace the rejection, someone else is out there for you. Okay? When you come to embrace of what's going on in your life with this relationship that just didn't take off as a relationship, someone is there for you. I know that sometimes we can think that this person is the person that we need to be with, but that's not necessarily true. That is not necessarily true. We sometimes think that, and we start to make up these stories and have these ideas and start to visualize of what it would be like if I'm with that person. And when we start to do that, sometimes we start to go off that belief as if that's what's really happening, when that's not realistic. So please embrace the rejection and understand that wherever you're at in your life, if you're at the point in your life to where you've been rejected, or you're at the point in your life to where you want to settle down, be patient with yourself. You do not have to accept everything or accept anything that someone is dishing out to you, because just because you may vibe with this person, you may communicate, talk on the phone with them, text them, y'all may flirt, y'all may y'all may just have a really strong connection there, but that's not necessarily mean that that's going to happen for the rest of your life with that person. It could have been at that time that connection was there, but at this time we are now at a crossroad to where we need to go our separate ways. So that means embracing the rejection for what it is. So y'all already know, this is me again, Adyashere. Make sure you subscribe for this information that I know is going to be helpful for someone out there. I love y'all, and I will definitely tell you guys this, is that based on my experience and the things that I have gone through, we sometimes have that fear of rejection. So sometimes we are very fearful of being rejected. That's why I say it's okay to embrace the rejection, because that overcomes the fear that you have of being rejected. Which goes into another thing, is that I am hosting a fear and shame power session, and you should definitely join it. And this is solely around fear, and this is around shame. If you are on Facebook or if you're on Instagram, please attend it. We do have a limited amount of spots. We are only accepting 25 people to attend this fear and shame power session. It's going to go over all this information. It is a blessing that I get a chance to share this information with you to help you, because I understand it, I get it, and if you know that you have fears around rejection, then you know that you should be securing a spot in this live power session. It is a live, full-blown power session that we are going to be supercharged in addressing those fears and shame. Many times when we are rejected, we are fearful of being rejected, and I always say around the corner is fear's best friend is shame. So if you know that you need to attend this power session, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram, or just email me at adyashere@unmutingme.com. This is Adyashere with UnMutingMe. It was a pleasure once again to show y'all some love. Y'all be blessed.